How you doing, everyone? I'm back, and this time for an all vinyl update. I do have CDs and some cassettes to show, but the vinyl inbox was really kind of starting to stack up, so I thought I would get a full vinyl update out of the way. Again, it's going to be a mix of hard rock all the way up to some absolute classic thrash, so I'm going to jump right in. I'll start with the kind of softer stuff. Bonfire, 1986, Don't Touch the Light. I'm going to be honest, I was really excited to find this. So it's an album I've been looking for a while. So I kind of jumped on it. But when I got it in, I've really not been in the headspace to listen to it. So I did put it on, but over the last few months, I've been on a real heavy kick. I've been really looking for some just solid thrash for like the last 2 months. So when I put this on, I wasn't disappointed, but I was just kind of looking for something different than this. It almost got to the point where I was going to put it off, but I thought, no, stick with it, listen to the full album. And do you know what? It's a good album. It does have its cheesy moments. It does have its kind of predictable lyrics. But I know in maybe 2 or 3 months' time, I can go back to this album and really appreciate it and enjoy it thoroughly. So it was a really good pickup, in really good shape as well. And that kind of completes my 80s Bonfire collection on vinyl. So it's not an album you see all that often, so it's a good pickup. So Bonfire, Don't Touch the Light, from 1986. I'm sure I'll go back to that in a couple of months and hopefully enjoy it a bit better. Like I say, it does have good songs, but I've just been in the mood for just some heavy shit. Next up is from 1983, and it is Accept, Restless and Wild. And this is an album I've been looking for a while, but to be honest, it's never been at the top of my Accept priority list. It's a great album. I've heard the album numerous times, but like I say, I've always been kind of after those other albums, and I was finally at the stage where I was going to pick this up. It's also been mentioned a lot in the VC metal guys over the last few months, and I thought, do you know what, I need to do myself a favour and pick this up, and so glad that I did. I wouldn't put it at the top of my list, but it would be near the top. It is an absolute classic album from Accept. Songs like Fast as a Shark, Restless and Wild, Ahead of the Pack, you can't go wrong with this album. So yeah, Accept, Restless and Wild, 1983, just a great pickup. Next up is from a band that I've picked a lot of their stuff up over the last couple of months. And it's not that I went through a stage of not looking for their stuff. Their stuff's just come along at the same time in great condition at a great price. So I absolutely jumped on this Metal Church Human Factor from 1991. An absolutely solid album. This album proves that Metal Church just do not let up. So this is their fourth release. Second release with Mike Howe, and it's just an absolutely fantastic album. Songs Date with Poverty, absolutely awesome. In Mourning, Flee from Reality, Betrayed, just some amazing tracks on this. And with Accept, it's one of those bands that every time I listen to one of their albums, I find something new in it. Whether it's a melody that I've never noticed before or a rhythm that I've never noticed before, but they kind of do this, they do something that I can't really explain. But, you know, it kind of, you think that the songs are going to be kind of predictable, but then they just take you in a completely different direction. And I really like that about Metal Church. Every time you listen to an album, you hear something different that you've never noticed before. So I was really glad to pick this up. Great condition, great price. So Metal Church, Human Factor from 1991, absolutely superb album. Next up is, I would say, a modern masterpiece in thrash. So this all came about that I was kind of searching online on Amazon for albums, and this came up at a really, really great price. So I thought, okay, I didn't own anything from this band. Although I'd heard songs here and there, I kind of knew what they were all about. So I checked out a couple of songs from this album on Amazon, and I thought, yeah, that's good enough to buy. So I picked it up, and it is Umer and The Raging Tides from 2016. Now, yes, I went on YouTube, listened to a couple of these songs, and I thought they were good. I thought, yep, good enough to pick up, I'll buy it. Finally got it home, and do you know what? It was completely different when I put it on the turntable. It was just a fantastic album. I think I played this maybe 2 or 3 times in a row. It was that good. If you've not heard this, do yourself a favour and check this out. It's awesome. I would check out songs like Brand of Evil, Catatonic, one of the best songs on the album, Welcome to Hellfire. Just, like I say, a great, great album all the way through. So that's Umer, The Raging Tides from 2016. Superb. The next two are from a band that I completely ignored. I think it's because they're a supergroup, and for some reason I kind of ignore supergroups, because I think if they're going to make a supergroup, they must be kind of second rate compared to the original bands that these members are from. But how wrong was I? So I picked up this, the debut from Metal Allegiance. So this features Mike Portnoy, Alex Skolnick, Dave Ellefson and Mark Menge. And basically the setup on these albums are, you've got the band members and then a guest vocalist. So every song has a guest vocalist on it. So for instance, track 1, you've got Randall Blythe. I think he's from Lamb of God. You've got Troy Sanders, Phil Anselmo, Chuck Billy, Marcos Agueda, Doug Pinnick, Jamie Jasta, Ripper Owens, Zetro, Elisa White Goes from Arch Enemy. So you've got a varied lineup of vocalists which add their own kind of flavour to each song. So it's a pretty diverse album. You've got kind of some kind of slowed down, kind of heavy metal ballad type songs. You've got kind of straight up heavy metal, and then you go into thrash as well. And of course the vocalists change, so you've got growls, snarls, clean singing. It's a really good album, and it kind of keeps you in there from start to finish, because every song just kind of offers something a little bit different. So yeah, really good stuff. So I don't know why I ignored this. It's just, like I said, I always think they're going to be second rate for some reason, but that is awesome. Which also led me to pick up their second album, Volume 2, Power Drunk Majesty. Again, along the same lines, but on this you've got John Bush, Bobby Blitz, Mark Tonillo, Johan Hegg, Max Cavalera, again Marcos Agueda. Great stuff. Really, really good stuff. They come on really good packages as well on Nuclear Blast. So don't be a fool like me and ignore Metal Allegiance. They are superb. So really great artwork there as well. So there we go. That's Metal Allegiance Volume 2. I think that's from 2018. Yes. And the last one I picked up, or the last one I'm going to show, is basically something I thought it was going to be an OG. I thought I was getting it for a steal, because it was a mint jacket, mint vinyl. I was picking it up from an online store, vinyl store that I use, which are really, really good. They're very fair with their gradings, very fair with their prices. so I've never had any trouble with them in the last 3 years that I've used them. And I thought, okay, jump on it, I need to get this. It turns out it was a reissue. I didn't read the description properly, and I've said before, if you're going to buy something, read the description so you know exactly what you're getting. And I was that excited about getting this album, I never read it properly. Not that I'm disappointed in the album, because it's still a great album, I just thought it was going to be an OG. So the album is Destruction and Eternal Devastation. Now, I thought this was the 1986 OG. Turns out it's the 2017 High Roller reissue on red vinyl. So when I got it through, I thought, there's something wrong here. And then obviously noticed on the back, it was reissued and remastered in 2017. But a really, really nice package. As you can see here, really nice red vinyl. And it also comes with the High Roller band sheet as well, with the other reissues that they have done. So it's a really, really nice package, and my disappointment faded quite quickly once I had the album on the turntable, because it sounds absolutely fantastic on vinyl. So yeah, disappointment faded, gone. So that is it. That is my pickups for this update. I've not said this for a while, but thanks everyone for subscribing, liking my videos, commenting, all that good stuff. What I will do, if you want to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I will leave links in the description. And until the next time, I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.